Hey Gemini, welcome to Metamystic Tarot. It's the Metamystic here. Let's hop right into your reading. First of all, I want to mention this. At the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. What are you doing, Gemini? What are you alchemizing? Let's look at it. What do you have for Gemini? Three of Wands right out of the gate. Expansion. Like this, yes, this could be like waiting for your ships to come in, right? And maybe you should watch the Libra reading, because I literally started off with this energy and we didn't even have the card for it, and now you're getting the cards. Maybe there's some overlap there with Gemini and Libra reading. Anyways, back to this. This is a card of moving from the Two of Wands, which is kind of just like planning, thinking, hoping, dreaming, writing in your dream journal about what you want your life to be, to actually having things begin to solidify here. Okay, so you're working on alchemizing something. Hey, starting to alchemize. Just keep stirring the pot. Keep tasting it and seeing if it needs a little more salt, if it needs a little more pepper, if it needs a little more spice, needs a little more time cooking. You'll know. What do we have for Gemini? Yep. It's just a confirmation. And we have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck with this Leo, fiery, magical, kind of a sensual energy here. It's like you're pulling out every stop. It's like not only are you cooking up the stew, Gemini, where it's tasting good, the kitchen smells good, it's like it's wafting through the windows onto the neighbors' houses and they're like, ooh, it smells good. Not only does the actual thing that you're creating smell good, it's like you're making it beautiful. It's like your presentation. That's what I mean by sensual with the Queen of Wands. It's like the way you're presenting the stew. It's like I see these beautiful bowls, and then outside of the bowls there's this little like piece of rosemary or some sort of like spice or something, and there's a little ribbon tied around it set in front of the plate, and there's these beautiful like thick napkins with like gorgeous silverware. Looks very expensive, kind of vintage. It's like I'm seeing you set the table as well, and you're taking these beautiful fresh flowers from your garden and you're putting them in the vase right in the middle, and you're lighting candles, and it's like you're setting the mood, and you're hanging lights, and you're inviting people over at night, and there's music, and people are just enjoying themselves. And it's like, so it's not just about the stew. That's what I love about this, Gemini, is it's like you're pulling out all the stops. And is it really all the stops, or is it just who you are? Because I have a feeling this is just who you've always been, right? But now you're just kind of putting all those little touches on it. And it's really beautiful, Gemini, what you're doing. It's really, really, it's almost moving. It feels moving, where I feel like people are going to feel healed. See, because Temperance can also be a card of healing. I feel like as people eat your stew and that the music is just fading out into the background, and there's nice conversation, and it's like it's gonna be healing for people. And this is just an allegory. I mean, it could be literal. You could like to cook, but it's so much deeper than that. It's like what you're alchemizing here, what you're kind of growing, what you're kind of mixing up in the kitchen. It's truly, it's almost, now I'm almost seeing the stew as like this healing, medicinal, you know how people say like, oh, how is this so good? And then the chef is like, well, it's made with love. It's almost like you're causing this stew that you're making. When people, when they slurp it up through with the spoon, it's like something happens where something goes through their body, and it's like all of a sudden the tension in somebody's back just kind of dissipates. And it's just like the combination of like the candles and the night sky and the beautiful lights hanging and the fireflies and the summer night. It's like healing to people. It's healing to people. beautiful. I love this energy. I want to go. Can I come over? What else do we have here for Gemini on this? Or anything else that you want to show, Gemini? Yeah, it's healing. It's healing. I see people around a bonfire. Somebody's playing music with their guitar. It's very wholesome. It's very familial. Maybe for people who kind of have, you know, broken relationships with their family. It's like you're creating a family. You're creating a home for others, Gemini, here. And this is something so needed. It's so needed. Thought something was going to come out, but it didn't. It's like maybe you feel like you need that, Gemini. And that's why you're creating it. It's possible. You know, they say that people who do stand-up comedy, you know, the funniest people in the world, they make everybody else laugh, right? But then they feel like this on the inside. You know, maybe they struggle with depression. And so they make other people laugh because, you know, they understand. I feel like you understand something, Gemini. You understand something about the world and about people where you know just what to do to bring healing to others. The Ace of Pentacles. And this, everything I just described, everything you're cooking up, it's perfect. This is like when you say you're in a pie competition and there's all these different pies, you know, all these different types of pies. You got cherry pie, you got blueberry pie, you got chocolate cream pie, you got lemon meringue, you got all this key lime. But there's something about your pie that just wins the prize every single time. This is you being acknowledged. This is you being displayed. This is you looking out over what you created and you're kind of standing in the background as everybody's at that long table and it's beautiful and everybody's eating and enjoying. And it's kind of like you're looking over everything you created. And you're just like, this is what I was going for. And you're really satisfied with what you've created, Gemini. And there's just a real sense of satisfaction and fulfillment here. It's kind of the opposite of this card. This is kind of a card of feeling like unfulfilled, you know, maybe. And look, we have the moon there. Maybe there's a sense of feeling kind of like lonely, isolated with the Nine of Wands, you know, feeling like you've been through a lot. But look, the sun. The sun's here. You know what this feels like. So that's why under the same moon that you've been under, where there's maybe even been depression or, you know, mental health, it's like under that same night sky, you created this beautiful night to share with other people because you know what this feels like. And the moon is not a bad card. I'm just saying with these cards surrounding it, you know, this could be, like I said about, you know, some of the best comedians in the world, a lot of the time you find that they struggle. You know, they struggle, but they make everybody else laugh. So there's an element of that here where it's like under that same moon that you were sad under, you're creating this beautiful experience for everybody else because you understand. You understand. And it's so well received. I can't emphasize that enough. And look, this kind of looks like a coin as well. looks like a pentacle if you kind of look at it in the right light. Maybe you need to start looking at something in the right light, Gemini. Look at yourself in the right light. Look at what you're producing. Look at what you're creating for others. It's like you're creating this environment. You can't fake that. Libra. I'm Libra. You should watch Libra reading. You can't fake that, Gemini. You can't fake it. You know, it's either there or it's not. It's either made with love or it's not. You know what I'm saying? People could use your same recipe. You could give them the recipe. You could even teach them how to make it. You know, you might even make a YouTube video. This is how I make my famous stew, and you show yourself making it, and somebody watches it, and it's just not the same. There's nothing like Gemini's stew, you know. And there's the Queen of Wands again. There's nothing like this. The touches that Gemini puts on the whole vibe, the whole environment. It's not just about the stew. It's about the whole thing. It's about the whole experience. We also have the Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of Pentacles knows how to kind of throw an event. Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing as well. Queen of Pentacles knows how to bring healing to a situation. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Very homey, very like grassroots, very like, you know, out in a field somewhere. Very, just wholesome. The word wholesome keeps coming to me. Anything else to close this out for Gemini? Yeah. See, you understand. And I'll close on this. Again, to bring up the comedian example again, it's like that. You understand. You know personally what it feels like. So you know you have the elixir. You have the anti-venom. You're the healer. You're healing people, Gemini. From their broken heart that you know so well. Because you're the one who's gone through it yourself. And instead of wallowing in that misery, you're finding a way. You're finding a way to be a healer to others. And in turn, it keeps yourself healed too, doesn't it, Gemini? It's a beautiful way to alchemize your life. This is very healing energy. Gemini the healer. On your last reading, we had Gemini the magician. This time, we have Gemini the healer. Much love to you, Gemini. Remember to watch your sun, moon, and rising. I'm going to go over to Patreon and do your extended now. So if you'd like to join us over there, we'd love to have you. It's $11 a month. I'm making it accessible to all. And until next time, take care, Gemini.